Hello, Queens. Welcome back to the Unblock Your Momentum Challenge. It is day 2 of our journey together. Let's get right into it. The theme of the day is facing yourself because real change can only happen when we get real with ourselves. So let's start practicing getting real. I want you to return to the last time that you decided to go after a dream of yours, but you ended up sabotaging yourself or abandoning the dream altogether. What was the reason that you told yourself for why it didn't work out? And let me know if it's similar to this list of reasons I used to give myself for why it was not the right time for me to go after my dreams in life. I would say things like, I don't have enough time. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't have a team, so it's going to be too hard. The space is too crowded. No one will ever pay attention to me. Everyone else is already getting the clients already. I'm not charismatic enough. I'm too shy to put myself out there. All of the things. Raise your hand if you too have been personally victimized by one of those thoughts. You are not alone. One thing you are not is alone. Now, there is a difference between those of us who spend our entire lives playing small and never going for what we want, and those of us who are able to tap into our greatness and achieve big things in this lifetime. And that is, they don't accept things like that as a reason for stopping or pausing their progress. When they come across things like not having enough time or not knowing enough in a certain area or being in an industry that is oversaturated, they view these as opportunities to learn, opportunities to grow. They're able to move through those challenges, take the lessons that the challenges gave them, and continue on their path, a better, more powerful, stronger, smarter version of themselves. If we are still in the space of letting these reasons stop us from going for our dreams, then that is a major red flag that there is something deeper at play. And that something deeper is usually a fear that is being backed up by a series of limiting belief systems that your mind has put into place to protect you and stop you from going after things that could trigger that fear. Take me, for example. I was bullied in middle school, and that put in me a deep-rooted fear of humiliation and a fear of rejection. Now I'm a grown-up and I'm trying to go after this big dream that's going to require me to put myself out there and be seen by a lot of people. And it's triggering that fear because putting myself on stages and platforms where a lot of people will be watching me is opening myself back up to rejection and opening myself back up to humiliation. And so my mind and my body are pulling out all the stops. They are pulling out all of the thoughts that are going to get me to stop myself in my tracks. Like, girl, you don't have enough time for that. It's going to be way too hard. You don't have a team. The industry is too crowded. These are beliefs that our mind uses to keep us from triggering these deep-rooted fears. If we never uncover the fears and the true reasons behind why we are in these cycles of self-sabotage, then we never get the opportunity to tap into our power to release them from our bodies, from our minds, and replace them with empowering new cycles that move us towards our dreams instead of away from them. Let's get into the science behind the woo. Today, we are discussing neuroplasticity. Now, I know what you're saying. What is that? Let me tell you. I found a lovely article with a lot of amazing quotes to help explain what this is and why it matters. Neuroplasticity is an umbrella term that refers to the brain's ability to change, reorganize, or grow neural networks. What is a neural network? To understand that, you have to understand what a neuron is. And that is the nerve cells that are the building blocks of the brain and the nervous system. You know how we talked about the nervous system yesterday and how everything's connected, the body and the mind? So a neural network is a bunch of neurons that are connected together. And there's a popular saying, neurons that fire together, wire together. So the more that these neurons fire together, the more they are being connected and wired together into a cycle. Now, what does this look like in real life? Let's go back to my bullying example, right? I am in a situation that is sparking up a fear of rejection, right? A neuron fires off. My nervous system triggers my body into a fawn or freeze response. Those are the ones that my body like to trigger me into. Now, Because I'm triggered into this response, a new neuron is firing. And this neuron is telling my mind to flood me with thoughts that are going to stop me from doing what I'm doing that is triggering that fear. So now we're getting those limiting beliefs. The I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy enough. I don't have enough time. I don't have enough resources. When you trigger fears, your brain is going to continuously fire the same neurons, the same neural networks. Now, why is this important? Because this is the reason why we are stuck in cycles. Your brain is literally in a cycle. You are triggering a fear, and then your brain is firing off neurons that it has historically fired off when you are triggered by this fear, and you are staying stuck in the same cycles of doing the same things to protect yourself from doing whatever it was that you were trying to do that was triggering that fear. That is the downside. There is a huge bright side to neuroplasticity. It means that the brain is able to change connections. You are able to develop new neural networks. If this cycle, if this neural network is no longer serving you, it is possible for you to create a new one that does. There is scientific proof right here that it is possible for you to change. I don't care how stuck in your ways you think you are. Your brain is able to change if you put conscious effort behind it. And that is what this challenge is here for. I'm also going to be sending out links to the 2 articles that I quoted on this slide. So if you geek out on the sciencey things, you can read those and dive in and learn more. All of that leads us to the journal exercise for the day. I want you to do a deep dive on yourself. Get real with yourself. Don't settle for the surface answer. Go deeper. Dig. Now is the time to dig and uncover what is truly driving you and what is truly keeping you stuck in these cycles that are holding you back from being able to go after what you want. I want you to answer these questions. And also, if any other questions pop up into your mind for you to ask yourself during this exercise, answer those too. This is your challenge. This is your journey. And if you feel like answering a new or different question is going to empower you even more, I beg you to do so. You're going to be able to tap into what's really true for you when you enter this journaling exercise with an open heart. Nico Marie is my favorite yogi. I watch her videos all the time, and this is a beautiful heart chakra opening yoga flow. It's 30 minutes long, and you are welcome to do it before or even after the journal prompt of the day to enable you to reflect on everything with an open heart instead of a closed, fear-filled, judgmental one. Yin yoga, by the way, is a slower type of yoga. The poses are held for longer during yin yoga practice, which allows you to really relax into the pose and spend time connecting with yourself. I pray that it helps you as much as it's helped me, because this particular style of yoga has been incredible for me when it comes to emotional release and being able to clear out blockages that are limiting me from being my most great, highest, and powerful self. And that wraps it for day 2, my loves. Oh my gosh. If you have any questions that are popping up to you, please email me the questions. I will answer them in the day 4 video, because we are shifting to me dropping these videos in your inbox every morning so you can watch them throughout your day and be able to complete the exercise on your own time, since the 8 p.m. live coaching call did not work for a lot of us. I cannot wait to see you tomorrow morning for day 3. Woo-hoo!